Dave Snidelager from 5 Rings Systems. Down here at my new home in Tacoma, Washington, Tyso Fitness. It is located at 27th and Proctor in Tacoma, Washington. You can look us up on Google. So I told the client that I would have a clip-up for them about running mechanics because their ankles have been flaring up on them and they still want to run. And I want them to keep practicing, but I don't want them to beat themselves up. I want them to be able to recover. And recovery is very important, but so is skill practice. And the level of stress that I impose on myself can alter my practice, right? If it's higher stress, then I'm practicing the skill at a higher stress level. And if it's lower stress, then I can focus more on fundamental parts of whatever it is, the mechanics, speed, where my center of gravity is, how I breathe, where I hold my eyes. All the little nuances can be taken apart when the intensity is very low. And one of the reasons that's a really good idea is it's good skill practice, right? So I'm getting good reps under very low threat without having to worry about breathing heavy or the terrain or anything else of run. And all it comes down to is I'm going to take the mechanics and break them apart. Generally, I start with breathing. Breathe with your mouth closed. If you can't breathe with your mouth closed, you're not practicing, you're competing. Second thing, when you're breathing, try to keep it mostly diaphragm. So the stomach moves more than the chest, right? I don't want just upper chest breathing. I want stomach, then chest, and then mechanics. So upper body mechanics. If I hold my hand like I'm holding a Pringles, and you'll see different running mechanics from different programs. I'm not espousing any one in particular. I'll borrow from what I find useful. I've looked at pose. I've looked at a bunch of different stuff. Athletes acceleration, Lee Taft. I coach mostly from the ZEalth background. And then just looking at how sprinters sprint and how runners run long distance by looking up YouTube clips and saying that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like when the best in the world do it. This is what it looks like. Hold your hand like it's holding a potato chip. Pringles, keep the fingers together. A little bit of tension extending away from the elbow, so I'm reaching out. Keep the elbow at 90 degrees, and it's cheek to cheek. So I tend to start people with a triangle that's about nose height. Bring the hand down to the hip, and then switch them and go back to that same point in space. So from the front, and you notice I let my shoulders move, but I keep my head fairly still. So I keep my gaze fixed on one point. I keep my neck neutral, tall spine, and I'm letting my upper chest rotate to get my shoulders forward to the position, and there's a nice gentle low, right? It's not even a jog. From the side, it looks like that. And notice I don't hunch up or stick my head forward. I'm just nice and tall, smooth, and I can speed it up, or I can slow it down and make sure that my timing is hitting the marks at the same points, at the same time, and then all points are moving at the same speed. Lower body mechanics. In general, let the ankle kind of relax when it comes off the ground, but not like flopping, right? You don't want it flopping around on you. So a little bit of tension, but that roll from heel to ball of foot and toe toe, ball of foot, heel. So that smooth roll can be part of isolating mechanics. And if it starts looking weird, reset, get tall, long spine, breathe through into the stomach, through the nose, not through the mouth. Then the knee comes up above the hip and lands back in the same position. And I want to keep my weight shift. I don't want to have this happening every time, nor do I want to fall in. And I definitely don't want to fall forward, right? This is bad running. This isn't good running. So from the FMS, line it out across your back, heels, toes together, knees locked. Your toes are touching the board. You're expected to step over a line that is equal with basically the top of your tibia, touch your heel down, and bring your leg back without knocking the string, knocking the board over, or losing your balance. That's from the Functional Movement Systems screen. That actually is what I use for a lot of runners. So I want to see knee above hip, relaxed foot, and then when it lands, toes to heel. Toes to heel, toes to heel. Right there. Nice, easy, all together. One side. So I'm working opposing arm and knee, and then I can add the second arm in, then I can add the calf raise. So I'm only working one side of the pattern, and I can work it all. Again, isolate the pattern, break it down into very small bits, start adding in other pieces as you feel like your practice is going well, and then put it all together. At first, keep it quiet so that when you land, soft and smooth, and you're getting a smooth roll. This done very slowly can be very taxing. Later, start putting a little foot strike into it. And then, so now we're talking more heavy footfalls, right? Start your skips, and you progress. This is how I build out a program for people as far as running goes, starting them from kind of couch to actually being able to sprint and run long distances without injury. There are a bunch of accessory drills. Those will come in a separate clip if people want to see them. If you want to see me, get a hold of me, 612-220-7587. Email getstrongstaystrong@gmail.com. Go to 5ringssystems.llc.com. And in person, you can talk to me here at Tyso Fitness and Nutrition in Tacoma, Washington.